Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something I know is a constant focus for business brokers, finding that steady, predictable stream of good leads, generating consistent revenue.
It's a huge challenge, isn't it? And the market is definitely there. Think about it. Over 10,000 small businesses changing hands in the U.S. every year.
Right, and that stat about owners, over 70% are over 50, many looking towards retirement. That points to a massive wave coming.
It really does. But, despite that huge opportunity, so many brokerages still deal with really inconsistent lead flow, up and down.
And that means unreliable deal flow, right? Which
Yeah.
makes it super hard to, maintain any momentum, forget forecasting accurately or scaling up.
Yeah, you're always sort of scrambling, reacting instead of planning.
Totally. And just leaning on referrals or, past clients, it's valuable, sure, but it really limits your pipeline.
And you're basically handing opportunities over to competitors who are visible online, people who are out there engaging.
Because sellers might not even know where to start looking for a broker.
Exactly. So the big question is, how do you get beyond just hoping for the best, relying on word of mouth?
That's what this deep dive is all about today. We want to unpack how investing in, let's call them modern, structured lead generation strategies can really change the game for a brokerage.
And we've got a fantastic case study to illustrate this. We're going to look at SmithDigital and how they helped Sunbelt Atlanta. They actually became the fastest growing brokerage in their network.
That's impressive. So we'll break down what they did, things like SEO, inbound marketing, CRM automation, and crucially, how you, listening right now, can take these ideas and apply them.
Yeah, to attract more opportunities, close more deals, and do it with, more predictability.
Okay, let's get into it. So thinking bigger picture, why is this inconsistent lead generation such a problem? It's not just about lost deals, is it?
No, not at all. It really hits the firm's whole potential for growth. When lead flow is erratic, it's not just stressful.
Which it definitely is.
Right, it actually stops you from scaling effectively. How can you confidently hire more deal makers or expand your team or even take on those bigger, more complex deals if you don't know what's coming in the door next month?
Yeah, it's a bottleneck, a fundamental one.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like trying to build something ambitious on shaky ground.
And this whole shift to digital, it's not really optional anymore, is it? Especially for brokers. Buyers and sellers aren't just asking friends or checking old directories.
Not primarily, no. They're hitting Google, they're on LinkedIn, they're checking out online business directories. That's where the initial research happens now.
Often way before they even think about picking up the phone.
Exactly. And if your firm isn't showing up in those searches,
Yeah.
or if your website doesn't immediately look credible, you could be completely invisible to them.
Missed opportunity right there. It's about being found and trusted from that first digital interaction.
Spot on. So what this means for you, the broker, is that you need modern digital marketing. It's not just having a website
It's about building familiarity, building credibility.
with the right audience, delivering the right message, often getting there before your competitors even have a chance.
And the great part is, with tools like CRMs and analytics, you can actually measure this stuff, right? See what's working, tweak things, make it more efficient over time.
Absolutely. It becomes a system, not just guesswork. Now, looking at the core strategies, the SmithDigital approach for Sunbelt Atlanta really focused on three main pillars. Ways to connect where leads are already active.
Okay, what are they?
Content, email, and social media. But not just generic stuff. These need to be tailored specifically for the business brokerage world to be truly effective.
Let's break those down. Content marketing first. A lot of people hear content and just think blog posts. How does it really attract valuable leads for a broker, not just website clicks?
That's the critical distinction. For brokers, good content does more than inform. It actually pre-qualifies leads and establishes you as the go-to expert.
How so?
Well, think about a business owner who's starting to consider selling. They have very specific, often complex questions, right?
Yeah. Like, how much is my niche business actually worth? Or what are the tax differences between an asset sale and a stock sale?
Exactly. Or show me an exit planning checklist that applies to my type of service business. They're not looking for generic fluff.
So you need to provide those specific, valuable answers.
Precisely. By creating and publishing genuinely useful, relevant content, detailed valuation guides, industry-specific exit checklists, articles on navigating tricky sale aspects, you boost your visibility for those high-intent search queries.
Which means you attract people who are further along in their thinking, more informed, easier to qualify.
Correct. It reinforces your expertise, builds trust before you even talk to them, and it fuels long-term organic growth. This could be blogs, sure, but also webinars, downloadable guides, white papers.
Being the trusted resource right from that first Google search. Okay, that makes sense. Value first. But once you've got their attention with great content, how do you keep them engaged? Move them towards an actual conversation? Is that where email comes in?
Yes, email is surprisingly powerful and very cost-effective here. It's about nurturing those leads efficiently.
How does that work in practice?
It involves using segmented campaigns. So you're not sending the same message to everyone. And personalized messaging helps move leads through what can be a pretty long sales cycle for brokers.
So if someone downloads, say, your valuation checklist.
Right, you could then have an automated email sequence kickoff, maybe offering a free, no-obligation consultation call a few days later, or sending them a case study about a similar business you sold.
So you're staying relevant, providing continued value, even if they're not quite ready to sell today, keeping your firm top of mind.
Exactly that. You're building that relationship over time without needing someone to manually send every single email. It keeps you relevant until they're ready.
Okay, content attracts, email nurtures. What about social media and targeted ads? How do they fit in for brokers, visibility and credibility?
Absolutely. On social media, it's not just about posting randomly. You're strategically sharing things like recent deal highlights, anonymized, of course, client testimonials, maybe short educational videos about market trends, or insights into successful exits.
Showing proof that you know what you're doing and get results. Social proof is powerful.
It really is. And then targeted advertising. This is where it gets really powerful.
You mean like ads on LinkedIn or Google?
Yes, but highly targeted. You can reach very specific segments. Think buyers or sellers based on their location, their industry, maybe even indicators of readiness, like targeting LinkedIn users with owner or CEO titles in a specific geographic area who've shown interest in business finance topics.
Wow. Okay, so you're not just casting a wide net.
Not at all. This massively expands your relevant visibility, engages prospects directly, and really cuts down your reliance on less efficient methods like cold calling. You put your message right in front of the people most likely to need your services.
Being where your ideal clients are already spending time. Makes sense. Okay, let's shift to the website. It's more than just an online business card now, right? It's central to lead gen.
Oh, completely. Your website is often that critical first impression. It needs to be more than professional. It has to be a lead generation engine working for you 24/7.
So how do you build that credibility right into the site?
Content is key here too. Detailed case studies showing your successes. Comprehensive FAQs that tackle the real tough questions sellers have. Deep educational resources. You want visitors to immediately see you as the authority.
And the design matters too, presumably, not just looks, but function.
Absolutely. Clean, intuitive layout. Very clear calls to action. What do you want them to do next? Supportive messaging. It needs to guide the user smoothly. Your website should basically be filtering and qualifying interest in the background.
Like a silent salesperson.
Pretty much. Which leads us to actually capturing those leads. Forms are obviously important.
Right, things like request evaluation or download our exit planning guide.
Exactly. Make those firms visible, easy to fill out, and put them on pages where people are likely to be interested, high traffic pages, high intent pages.
But what about people who aren't quite ready to fill out a form?
Great question. That's where other conversion tools come in. Things like chatbots that can answer initial questions or maybe subtle slide-in forms that appear after someone scrolls down a page.
Or even pop-ups used carefully.
Yes, triggered by specific behavior, like time on page or exit intent. These can capture leads you might otherwise miss, people who are interested but perhaps hesitant about a full form fill. It expands your net without being annoying if done right.
Okay, this all sounds great, but managing it all, the content, the emails, the website leads, sounds like a lot of work. This is where automation comes in, isn't it?
This is where the magic really happens, yes.
Yeah.
Marketing automation is a true game changer here. It's not just about being efficient. It streamlines that whole lead management process.
How so?
It ensures prospects get the right message at the right stage of their journey automatically. No more relying on someone remembering to follow up. It addresses that critical need for timing and consistency as someone moves from just browsing to actually considering a sale. Think about it. Someone requests a valuation online. Automation can instantly send a confirmation, maybe schedule a follow-up call reminder, or even start sending them relevant educational emails based on the info they provided.
So it handles the initial qualification and follow-up steps automatically.
Precisely. It keeps prospects engaged, nurtures them along, and speeds up the qualification process by giving them what they need when they need it,
Yep.
without manual effort for every single touch point.
Which frees up the brokers, the deal makers, to focus on the high-value conversations, the strategic stuff.
Exactly. And then you integrate all this automation with your CRM, your customer relationship management system.
Like HubSpot, Salesforce.
Right. That integration gives you total visibility. You can see exactly where every lead is in your pipeline. You can track conversions, score leads based on how engaged they are, trigger different automated workflows as they move from interested to ready to talk.
So it keeps everything organized, actionable.
And measurable. It provides structure and lets your sales team focus their energy where it counts most, on closing deals. It's about working smarter.
Okay, this is making a lot of sense. Let's get really practical now. For brokers listening who want to start implementing something today, what are some actionable, high-impact lead gen ideas?
Yeah, let's talk tactics. There are some really effective things brokers can do. First, think about partnerships. Who else talks to business owners thinking about selling?
CPAs, commercial real estate agents, maybe financial advisors, estate planners.
Exactly those people. Build relationships with them. They are potentially fantastic referral partners, often sending highly qualified leads your way. Cultivate those connections.
Makes sense. Leverage existing networks. What else?
Host educational webinars. Position yourself as the expert. Something like navigating the sale, key steps for maximizing your business value. It educates, builds trust, and captures leads who are clearly interested in selling.
Builds huge credibility. And what about that classic offer?
The free business valuation? Yes, it's still incredibly effective. It directly addresses a core question every potential seller has. It's a powerful lead magnet.
So feature that prominently everywhere. Website, emails.
Absolutely. Make it easy to find and request. Another tactic. Create localized landing pages.
Meaning pages specifically for certain areas or industries, like selling your tech business in Silicon Valley or broker services for restaurants in Chicago.
Exactly. This does wonders for your local SEO. You attract highly qualified leads searching with specific local intent, plus it shows you understand their specific market.
Very targeted. Anything else?
Don't overlook paid search strategically. Google Ads targeting those high-intent phrases people search for when they're serious.
Like sell my business, Austin, or business broker near me.
Precisely. Or how much is my company worth? This captures people who are actively looking right now. It can jumpstart conversations quickly.
Okay, lots of good ideas there. But we should also talk about potential pitfalls, right? Things to avoid when trying to ramp up lead gen.
Oh, definitely. It's easy to go wrong. One of the biggest mistakes we see is mistaking website traffic for actual valuable leads.
Meaning lots of clicks don't necessarily equal lots of business.
Exactly. High traffic numbers can look good in a report, but if those visitors aren't your ideal client's owners seriously considering selling qualified buyers, then it's just noise. You need to focus on attracting the right people based on their intent and fit, not just raw numbers.
Quality over quantity. Got it. What's another common pitfall?
Neglecting to nurture leads. This is huge.
Huh?
Many brokers seem to think if someone doesn't convert right away, they're a lost cause.
But selling a business is a big decision. It takes time.
A lot of time, often. Serious prospects evaluate options, do their research. Consistent follow-up through those automated emails we talked about, maybe remarketing ads, providing ongoing value is crucial. It keeps your firm top of mind until they are ready. Don't give up too soon.
Nurturing is key. And the last pitfall.
Failing to properly qualify, segment, and prioritize leads. Treating every single inquiry the same way.
Spreading yourself too thin.
Pretty much. You need to qualify leads early on. Are they serious? What's their timeline? Is the business viable? Trying to work every single lead that comes in is inefficient.
So segment them based on readiness or industry, maybe.
Yes. Segmenting allows for tailored messaging, and prioritizing based on who's most engaged or the best fit ensures your team focuses its efforts where they'll have the biggest impact. Don't chase everything.
Okay, avoiding those traps is just as important as implementing the right strategies. Now, let's bring it all together with the Sunbelt Atlanta story. This is where we see it all in action.
Right, this is the exciting part. Sunbelt Atlanta came to SmithDigital facing some pretty common challenges, actually. Their organic search traffic was declining, lead flow was inconsistent, making growth unpredictable, and frankly, their digital presence just wasn't matching their ambition.
They knew they needed to do something different to scale reliably.
Exactly. So SmithDigital came in and built a comprehensive lead generation system. It was really grounded in inbound marketing principles, a strong focus on local SEO, and a website designed specifically for conversion.
And you mentioned HubSpot was involved.
Yes, the whole system was built on HubSpot CMS Pro and Sales Hub. That provided the integrated platform to manage everything: the website, the marketing, the sales pipeline. It wasn't just a few tweaks. It was a complete system overhaul designed for predictable growth.
And data played a big role from the start.
Absolutely critical.
Hmm.
We started by identifying their highest potential markets, understanding the specific buyer and seller personas in those areas. Then we built out those targeted, optimized landing pages for local search terms.
Like business brokers Atlanta or Atlanta business valuation.
Exactly those kinds of terms. Pages designed to capture motivated local prospects. And supporting all that was high-value educational content blogs, guides, and those online valuation tools, all with really clear calls to action, guiding people to the next step.
And the automation piece must have made a huge difference in just managing it all as they grew.
Oh, phenomenal difference. Integrating with HubSpot allowed them to automate so many workflows that used to be manual headaches. Things like instantly following up on valuation requests, tracking where every lead came from and where it was in the sales process, even improving their sales forecasting.
So much better responsiveness, no leads slipping through the cracks.
Right. And it helped surface the higher quality opportunities more efficiently. It let their deal makers stop worrying about admin and focus purely on nurturing relationships and closing deals.
In the bottom line, the results. It wasn't just about vanity metrics, right?
Not at all. Sunbelt saw a really significant increase in qualified leads. That directly fueled growth. They could expand their listing base, hire more deal makers, and do it with confidence because the lead flow was becoming predictable.
And that predictability is key for leadership, isn't it? For making strategic decisions.
It's everything. The improved forecasting gave them the solid data they needed to scale smartly. It shifted them from being reactive to proactive, really in control of their growth trajectory.
And I think the quote from Sunbelt Atlanta's manager really sums it up. For anyone looking to take their business brokerage to the next level, I recommend working with SmithDigital.
Yeah, that kind of testimonial speaks volumes about the impact. It just shows the power of having a well-thought-out, automated lead generation framework.
It really does. It takes prospects from that first click, that initial interest, all the way through to becoming a client, a closed deal.
And the key is that it's not set it and forget it. Continuous refinement, looking at the data, seeing what's working, tweaking things that's essential to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. Well, this has been a fantastic deep dive. So as we wrap up, here's that final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
In your current lead generation efforts, where might you be mistaking sheer volume, just clicks or inquiries, for real value? And what's one small strategic shift you can make in your focus that might dramatically change your outcomes and really accelerate your firm's growth?